hey, yo, how you doing, guys? It's 1/5 of them boys, me, the one AJ, representing the Ministry of Wrestling. So you know what that means? We're here. And why are we here? Because we're celebrating International Women's Day. And how are we going to do that? The only way we know how, by supporting Eve Riot Girls Wrestling for Wrestle Queendom 8. Well, let's do 5 and 3. 3 and 5, you get it, because you know what? That's the way it's written there, Roman numerals. And this event is huge. How huge is it? It's taking place at the Indigo O2. We are there, people. It has gone to big places. It's happening. We are celebrating a huge moment for Eve, who do huge numbers, but to be in the legendary O2 building is one thing. And here they are. They've done it. And what have they done? Not only are they there, they're sold out, baby. Wrestle Queendom 8 is sold out. And I want to congratulate everybody who bought a ticket. I want to congratulate everybody in the company who made it happen. I went to Eve, I think it was around this time last year, WrestleMania, I believe. It might have been the year before, actually. And I saw the match of matches. And from then, I've been an avid Eve fan. And coincidence had it that Dan of the famous Reed family, Dan and Emily, big up to you guys, have come out and, you know, they actually made contact with Den on a separate thing. And he was like, oh, we're Ministry. And yeah, myself, Big Tone and Den have been to many an Eve show and have enjoyed every single show we have been to. Not been able to attend every show, but there was no way we could miss this one. Eve is so unique that it's a all-female cast, as you were, in the sense that every performer is a women's wrestler, and it's good to support that. And you know, Dan always says it best. He sees it as wrestling. He doesn't do men. He doesn't do women. He just sees it. If you're a talented wrestler, you're a talented wrestler, which I understand. But there are times where, if you look, let's go to WrestleMania. We can list how many women main events there have been. You can see it on every given card that the women may get left off or don't be appreciated. They don't even get a main event on every pay-per-view, you know? There are special ones. Again, big up Evolution. But this is something huge. I'm late to the party. As you can see, there's 8. I've not been there for the previous 6, maybe 7. But here we are. We're celebrating a huge moment for wrestling, for women's wrestling, and International Women's Day just feels like the perfect fit for this to happen. So congratulations once again to absolutely everybody at Eve for what you guys have done. Now, that's my personal journey. That's the ministry's journey on there. Now we're going to get into what we do best, and that is wrestling prediction. So I'm going to give you guys a bit about it, in the sense that, well, do you know what? There's not even much to do. There are some huge matches. International stars are strife. Everywhere you go, it's not just UK versus UK. It could be an international tournament of its own. Each tournament has someone from a recognizable company or a former recognizable company. It's huge, absolutely huge. Congratulations, guys. And to have sold out for this, not hard, if you ask me, because you would be a fool to miss it. So now, when I say it's not hard, it's because it's a brilliant card. Now, I'm hoping I've done my job and I've convinced you to tune into Eve. Head on down to the Big Penny Social once a month on a Friday. One of the best times you'll ever get. Head on down to the O2. You'll have to be waiting outside because, again, I'm going to show you guys one more time just because I can. And I am ever so happy for everybody involved at Eve. It's sold out. So don't make your way down there. What you can do, though, is go to www.watchevewrestling.com and you'll be able to watch the show live or at any given time that you want. But I tell you, it will be worth it. This show is going to be amazing. So as you guys know, the Indie Gods, myself, Den the Tech, and Big Tone, all still Ministry of Wrestling, but we go to all the indie shows, so we've got our own little challenge going on. I was going to release a video, but with this coming round the corner, I thought, well, let's get this wrapped, and then we've got enough time to get everybody abreast, and we'll have all the points. But as it currently stands, believe it or not, Den the Tech is currently in first place. Big Tone is in second place. I'm last. I'm hoping this show will change it all. But anyway, let's not waste any more time, guys. 4 minutes in, you want to hear about the wrestling, not about the ministry. So here we go. Our prediction for Willow Nightingale, the TBS champion, taking on Nina Samuels. Now, guess what? At the time of recording, we didn't know this. But as of yesterday, the TBS title is now on the line. So this is for the TBS title. TBS champ takes on one of the UK's very best, Nina Samuels. How'd the guys vote? Let's have a look. This is going to be one heck of a showdown. One of the UK's very best taking on an AEW champion. But that's the issue. I don't believe that. It's just one of those things that I would love to see Nina come out on top, but I believe this is going to be Willow Nightingale's one. It's not that the AEW talent aren't losing that Eve, but she's just going to get it. Fan favourite. The fans have always loved Willow, and I don't think it would be one of those to send people home disappointed. Might be the opening match, but yeah, Willow Nightingale for the win.
Y'all know I've got a Bailey thing. Well, on the indie scene, I've got one person I have to cheer for no matter what, no matter who she's against. That's right, that's Nina Samuels. And they keep testing me by putting her against people that I want to cheer for. But I'm still going to cheer for you, Nina. That's right. I'm picking Nina to win this. Up against Willow Nightingale, someone that I've always picked on the indies when I'm doing my prediction, if you know the MOW prediction. Keep doing it, and she's never gotten me a point. Watch this time, she end up winning. But I'm going to stick with Nina Samuels to win this because, hey, it's her show, so why is she going to make herself lose? Welcome to the Nina Samuels show.
Now, this is quite a dream match for someone who watches AEW and, like, you know, loves the UK London indie scene. And Nina Samuels is pretty much the best there is. Like, you know, she's got a ton of belts, like a ton of legacy, done so much things in this industry. And, you know, Willow has also been a favorite of mine. You know, she's been tearing it up across the world, man. Like, but who wins here? Because, like, you got the showcase of Britain's best versus an AEW elite. Much to my chagrin, I gotta give it to Willow. I just feel, you know, it's the international superstar. And that's gonna, like, you know, overshadow the British superstar. It really shouldn't, but I think that's the way it is. Willow for the win.
So there you have it. Two of the MOW indie gods have gone for Willow Nightingale and Den has gone for Nina Samuels. Now let it be known, you heard it, much to Big Tone's chagrin, he's gone for Willow. As much as we're going to want to see Willow hold this victory, we are most definitely Nina Samuels fans, and that's what we want to see go down. But either way, the real winner will be anyone who watches these two throw down because they are absolute legends in the game and they're only getting started. Okay, now we go into a more unpredictable match as we see 16 top wrestlers vie for a victory in a sudden death 16 match. We don't know all the competitors, so it's going to be hard to officially announce who we think is going to take the win. But sudden death 16, how did the guys vote? Let's have a look.
What's up, y'all? The Undertaker. I'm going to give you my first prediction for the day. So I don't know what order ages and run this in, but just let you know this is my first one. And yeah, it's with the sudden death for the 16, or whatever it's called. Forget all that. I'm going with Jamie Hayter. Simple reason, I know her from watching wrestling, and I think she's an Eve champion or something. I don't know. Last time she was there, she won the match. Yeah, I'm going to go with Jamie Hayter. Plus, I'm just going to be one of those ones of, I know her. I know of her. And yeah, it is what it is. Jamie Hayter is my pick. And I'm stick with it.
Sudden Death 16 is hard to predict because we don't know who is in this thing except for the people on the poster. And if we go by the people on the poster, then it's Jamie Hayter all the way, man. You know, she's a lovely lady. We met her in person, man. Got a lot of exuberant spirit, man. And, you know, she's doing a thing, man. So, yeah. Not only, I think there's a lot of bias there, and I'll admit that. It's probably going to be some surprise entrance or someone that will actually take it. But I'm going with Jamie Hayter purely because I like her. Jamie Hayter for the win.
Sudden Death 16, again, some unannounced competitors, which makes it very hard to say this one, that one, or the other. But there's a lady who's on a tear at the moment, no matter which promotion she's in. I think it's time for her to make a name for herself here as well. Alexis Falcon. I think the Falcon has just been dominant holding titles all over the place, and this victory puts her as a strong contender for any title in Eve. So yeah, Alexis Falcon will be your sudden death 16 winner. I walk alone. Right, okay, so Jamie Hayter, despite us not knowing everybody who's involved in the match, has the support of both Den the Tech and Big Tone. Now, Big Tone said one thing, and I will 100% back that. At an Eve show, we had the pleasure of meeting Jamie. Fantastic individual, and one heck of a talent. So as a person, it was an absolute pleasure. As a talent, it was an absolute pleasure to see her perform. However, I am 100% behind Alexis Falcon here. I'm going to drop a bit more as to why later on. But yeah, I believe it's Alexis Falcon's time. So if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Again, there's a few other competitors out there. We're just going by the poster and who we know and who we see. Okay, let's not waste any time and let's take on another one of the ministry's favorites as we see Sapphire Reed, the hyperactive, the radioactive one, taking on international superstar AZM. How'd the guys vote? Let's have a look.
Now, there's a huge temptation for me just to back all of the British indie wrestlers that I know and just disregard everyone else that I haven't seen. So in the interest of, variety, I'm gonna go against the grain here. Normally I would pick Sapphire Reed to win on any day. But right about now I'm gonna go with Azim. Yeah, I've never seen her go. I don't know how good she is in the ring. I assume she's tremendous. But just to be different, I'm gonna go with Azim for the win.
Here we go. This one, I have to keep it down to the Eve originals on this. Nothing against the international stars or anyone from Japan when I say this, because I know I've gone for AEW stars most of the time. Actually, I've gone all over. But this one has to be Sapphire Reed for the win. I honestly, I believe Sapphire is in contendership for Superstar of the Year. And look, it's only February. Well, no, we're March now. It's March and I'm saying that. But Sapphire is radioactive, on fire. Sapphire Reed for the win. Sorry, AZM.
We're at one of the people that I think is one of the best wrestlers that can eat a loss at this show and still come out strong. And I've been pushing all these other people, so I'm so sorry, Sapphire, but I'm going with Azumi. So, yeah, Azumi. Ooh, I got the name. AZM, but Azumi. Anyway, I got Azumi winning this just... Yeah, would need some outsiders to win. I've already picked one, so it's going to be two. And yeah, plus hopefully a manager is there so I can see her. Love you, love her. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going for Azumi. Only reason because I believe Sapphire can take it. Yeah, end with that.
Okay. So once again, I walk alone. I'm either going to be crying at the end of this or smiling. We've got Azumi, AZM, and Azam, or whatever Big Tone said. Apologies right now, guys. Apologies. Maybe we should do a bit more homework. We're just a couple of guys in our bedrooms recording. We're familiar with the talent at times, not too short on pronunciation. And this is why we said you need shows like Eve, because people need a platform and we'll be like, no, it's pronounced that way. And I'm sure enough of you have screamed that way. And yes, rightfully so. So you should. But that's the one. But either way, I'm back in Southeast number one, while the gentlemen have gone for our friend from the Far East for the victory. But AZM, Azumi, Azam, look, you've got the guys' vote. One heck of a talent. I believe I've seen you perform before at an Eve show. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. But come on, Sapphire. Don't let me down. All right, now, guys, we're moving to one international match versus another international match. Again, the person who swayed me to become an Eve match with the greatest match I've seen. As I said, it's one of my all-time favorite matches, and I just happened to be in attendance. I don't stand. I stood for that show, and I loved every second of it. We are talking about newly signed AEW. Well, it's been a while now, and newly formed other half of the Brawling Birds. Alex Windsor takes on Siuri. I'm going to say that. Let's see how the guys vote right now. The strong style title is on the line as Siriu takes on Alex Windsor. I would love to see Alex win. Eve made me an Alex Windsor fan. Fun fact, let's call it, another promotion saw her versus Dani Luna for the title that she's currently holding. At the moment, she beat Miss Monet for that one, and I was like, yeah, Dani all the way, subculture for life. And I was like, there's no way no disrespect, but it was like, I know who I cheered for and I know who I booed. And you put a dog collar around Dani. I was like, no way am I cheering this lady. Eve, my very first Eve show, I saw Alex Windsor versus Charlie Morgan in what has gone down as one of my all-time favourite matches. It was my match of the year that year. I feel like I put a big disrespect on Siriu while I say this. I believe I would love, this is what I'm just saying, how much I love Alex and the love I had for Eve based off of Alex Windsor. However, Siriu is holding because not only is Alex currently a title holder, she is a brawling bird. I think there's too much focus on the tag at the moment. She's already got a singles title. I don't see it going all around the world. Siriu to retain.
I was surprised when I didn't see Alex Windsor on the card, with the promoter being who the promoter is. Hopefully not the Booker Man as well. Because I love you, Booker Man. No, I respect you, Booker Man. Bro. All love. Anyway, I'm going to go with Shiri to win just because Alex Windsor getting the Japanese title. I don't know what title it is. If it's not for the title, I would have gone to Alex Windsor, but I believe it's for the title. So I'm going to go with Shiri. I'm always picking the Japanese, aren't I? I've got a problem. So, yeah. Yeah, I think Shiri's going to take it. I've seen Alex Windsor take a loss, but she gives a hell of a match. And it's not really a loss. She just came second in a two-person race. Yeah, Shiri's winning. Alex Windsor, you're winning as well, but in a different way.
I'm going to be honest here and say, I'm not really familiar with Shori's work. If that's even how you pronounce it. If it's not, I apologize. But I am largely familiar with Alex Windsor's work. We've seen her in the indies. We've seen her feet away from us, wrestling from a library into big events going for the title in Red Pro and all that. She's done a lot, and now she's on AEW doing the bits. Now, that on by itself is enough to put her forward for the win here. But I also had to throw the element of real world, and I just don't think in this particular promotion and this bigger show we're gonna see Alex take her loss. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna go Alex Windsor for the win.
Okay, so now Tone's the one who walks alone. Look, I'm going to agree with Den on this one. I think had the title not, I said it already. Had the title not been on the line, we would have a different outcome, quite possibly. It's weird when we do these prediction shows. So many times I give it a very in the focus of the wrestling world. Sometimes you have to pull the curtain back when you know where the curtain's at. So this one, I'm pulling the curtain back, and I think there's just a retaining going on because Alex is too busy between the UK and the US as it is. But hey, she's been to Japan. It's not out of the question. And hey, it could be time for Alex Windsor, the belt collector, and I will be all for that. I repeat, I will be all for that. From a person who has booed Alex Windsor to be an all for Alex Windsor, the belt collector, bring it on. Okay, guys. Now, we bring on the match that I believe everybody should tune in for. The Ministry of Wrestling's absolute, and I repeat, absolute favorite wrestler, because she is a serious wrestler. Amira Blair takes on her Australian clone, her twin, her fellow great entertainer, that is Harley Cameron. How Eve managed to make this happen, I don't know, but I'm all for it. You know what? Take all the monies. Take all the monies. Because this is going to be absolutely hilarious, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be hilarious, but they are talented wrestlers at the same time. Amira is currently holding gold, as is Harley. So let's not knock the talents that these ladies have. But here we go. Amira Blair, Harley Cameron. one-on-one, which is sure to be the craziest match we have seen in E. Well, no, that would be a lie. They've had some pretty crazy matches. But here we go. How'd the guys vote? Let's have a look.
First off, let me get out of the way. I'm picking Amira. Would I pick anyone else? You know what I'm saying? One of the best comedic wrestler in the UK, actually worldwide. Just anyway, done. Again, someone else as a comedic wrestler, but for me, it's Amira. Does it for me. Every single show I go to, when she's there, she give me killer joke. Different promotion, but she came out in a gimmick battle royal as Pac-Man with a microphone running around going waka 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 for the entire time. How does she keep it up? I don't know, but kills it every time I see her. It's great. Let's go back to Eve, one of the gimmick wrestling. She came out and she was the referee. Yeah. If you know who Oscar is, she was Oscar doing all the Oscar stuff. So yeah, I gotta go for Amira just because you give me the most amount of jokes. Love ya.
Funnily enough, we've got some banger matches on the card, man. So many that I'm looking forward to. But this match might be the most anticipated match within the Ministry of Wrestling because, again, we're big fans of Amira, man. She's hilarious. And, any show she's in, she's always entertaining. However, there's someone who mirrors that on AEW TV. That's Harley Cameron, man. She's been entertaining for years at this point, man. And to see them clash, this is definitely going to be, you know, a match which may or may not have much serious wrestling, but it's gonna have high entertainment. So, who wins? Yeah, Harley Cameron's gonna get the win. However, they're both gonna entertain us. We're gonna be the winners.
With everything in me, I want the serious wrestler that is Amira Blair to be the victor on that one. But the pairing with Cassius, I think there's a bit more of a heel angle going on that one. It's going to be hilarious. I think this is going to be the match just before the intermission. But your winner, the title holder, that is Australia's very own Harley Cameron. So that is a tough one. It is a tough one because it is said with nothing but love. Now we slay. Amira has got the Ministry of Wrestling's heart. And I mean that with everything. No disrespect to Harley or anyone, but Amira has just been so entertaining at every promotion we have been to. It's impossible to not want to see Amira win, but I just see Harley taking the edge. And so does Big Tone. And that's the one. Okay, guys. Now, here is another one. And yeah, it's time for some gold. Time for some gold on the line. Some tag team action as the team lovably known as Lali, which is Holly Barlow and Lana Austin, or Lana Austin and Holly Barlow, depends which one. Lali would be the correct way, take on Charlie Evans and a surprise tag partner for the Eve Tag Gold. Had the guys vote? Let's have a look.
Eve Women's Tag Team titles now. I always think when you've got a surprise guest at a big show, it makes sense just to go with whoever the mystery partner is gonna be. Lally will be the very entertaining team and whatnot, but nah, they ain't really taking it here. I think whoever the surprise is gonna be someone that's meant to blow our socks off. So naturally, they're not gonna lose. So the surprise team for the win.
Saying it now, without any shame, I am a Lali fan and proud. However, on this occasion, I think they may be dropping the tag team titles. I have a theory as to who is the mystery tag partner. Now, if it is, don't look because you may turn to stone is all I'm going to say. Yes, that complex. But I don't know. I mean, really, that would be the moment of moments. I'd even make it main event if that person is the mystery tag partner, which wouldn't be such a mystery because they have history. But either way, I'm going for Lali to drop on this one. Yeah, I believe we've got new tag team champions.
Right. This is for the championship, so you don't know what's going to happen because you expect the one that's actually got the title in the company is going to retain it. But this is independent wrestling in the UK. Someone can come from outside and win it and hold the belt for like 3 months plus, or even just one night. Eve is gone, is today, as you can see, but it's not going to be now. So, you know what? Charlie Evans is going to win with a secret tag team partner, Lara Cross. You know, they're going to combine Australia and Lara Cross. Hey, that's what I'm putting in. Charlie Evans to win with a mystery partner, Lara Cross. That's my pick. Done. And I even give you who the surprise guesses.
Okay, so before you start to wonder, he meant Lena Cross, who's recently signed to AEW. Great shout. I want to say this, but I don't want to say it at the same time. I'm going to say it. I've battled with saying it. You saw how I dropped a hint at it. What Tone and Den probably don't know is that Charlie Evans was one of the instrumental people behind wanting to bring the tag titles to Eve, or tag titles to Eve, and it happened but fell short of a victory. Charlie Evans is one half of a tag team known as Medusa Complex. Her tag partner in Medusa Complex is none other than Millie McKenzie, who, to my knowledge, had to step away from the ring due to medical reasons. Now, I've said it. I'm hoping that Millie has made a recovery and can make it back. I remember being at a show where she announced that she can't compete, and she pushed for Martina to go out there and win. And well, Martina's now in the main event. We'll get into that, but the idea of putting a mystery opponent and it not, I don't think it will get the resonance that you're looking for. But in the same breath, I know it seems partially impossible. But hey, in the world of wrestling, I've seen John Cena win a Rumble when he was not meant to be coming back. We've been very lucky to see the likes of Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan / Paige / Saraya come back when they weren't expected to be back or available to come back. I know this is a very different condition. I've put pledges where I can. Look, if it's not Millie, speedy recovery, all the very same. But I'm getting a bit emotional here. The idea of it not being Medusa Complex is a bit troubling. So I'm fully behind that. But either way, we have called it for Lali to not win this. Who the mystery partner is, Lena Cross, Millie, whoever Big Tone chooses or can pick. But I can't. I don't want to see that anticlimax. I've got this level of hope that is so high right now that that's me. I'm all in for that. Okay, let's try and pick it up a bit. And in my terms of fingers crossed. Okay, next match, the Eve International title sees international clash of AEW, former AEW Women's Champion, current Eve International Champion Chris Statlander takes on a lady who, from her first match, impressed the heck out of me. She was part of a faction that I loved, known as Damage Control. Before that, she tagged with Nixon Howell, aka Tegan Knox, and she was known as Dakota Kai. Now she's known simply as Charlie. The Eve International Women's title is on the line in what is sure to be one heck of a match with two very talented ladies. How did the guys vote? Let's have a look. This one is tough. This one is very, very tough. Very tough because it could legit, obviously, with any match, go either way. But the fact that we have someone who's literally held gold in AEW not too long ago while holding this title is one thing, but now we've got someone who's free on the indies and available to do anything, anytime, anywhere. Makes me think that is the advantage. Plus, I'm a huge Dakota Kai fan, so yes, I am going for Charlie for the win. That's the one. Nothing against Chris whatsoever. Phenomenal talent, but yeah, Charlie for the win.
Yep. If you know, you know. I've got a rule, and there's one person you never bet against. Never bet against Chris Statlander. Championship on the line doesn't matter. Longest reign doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, don't matter. Just never bet against Chris Statlander. Even when she loses, she wins. So, yeah. And has she ever lost? No. Ever. Yeah, so obviously you can tell I'm picking Chris Statlander. I can't even say her name properly. Chris Statlander, yeah? I did say, and if I didn't, you know what I meant to say. So yeah, that's my pick, and it's not even on vibe, it's on, come on, is she gonna lose? Niet. Alright.
In what will surely be one of the main events, if not the main event. You got like a very interesting matchup, man. Statlander versus Charlie, the former Dakota Sky, man. Like Dakota Sky really got a rough rap in her wrestling career. She was so good, and they could have done so much more with her. But you know what? She's here now. She's traveling the world. She's doing her thing. She's on the indie scene. She's gonna light it up. But is she gonna take Statlander's title? Whew. I honestly, this is me going out on a limb here. But yeah, I think she is because again, like Charlie is the brand new shiny thing, and like in a lot of cases, the brand new shiny thing gets, you know, gold quite quickly. Like it, well, if we're following AEW logic, that is, it might be a bit different here for Eve, but nah, something about it. I do want to back Statlander, but nah, I'm gonna go with Charlie. Charlie for the win.
Okay, so Dakota Kai has some backing from myself and Tone, the two ants. Yeah, it's gonna. Look, as Den said, even in loss, there's victory because these two are going to throw it down. I'm so excited for this match. I am so excited for this match. Best of luck to everybody in that one. And thank you, Eve, for an awesome, awesome match. Okay, guys, we have a number one contenders match taking place. There are 4 teams. 2 have been announced. 2 are a mystery. The winner will become the number one contender to the Eve tag titles. I can't remember if I said that, but yes. Either way, it's for the tag titles. Number one contender spot. So whoever is the victory out of Lali and Charlie Evans and her mystery partner will take on whoever wins this. Have the guys vote? Let's have a vote.
I believe this one should not be on our prediction. We should do it at the show. When all 4 teams are there, then we make a decision and go, that's who we're picking, and we have like 10 seconds to decide all together at the same time. Boom. And we can recap for y'all who weren't there to see what happened, or if you were there, you can ask us who did we pick. But if I have to pick one now, because there's only 2 teams available out of the 4 teams, I'm going to go with Alice Inc. and Chantel Jordan. Do you know why? They're the first one in line. The first real name that I know. So, yeah. Even there was what again? Was it French art? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alice Inc. still because I hope AJ and Big Toe agree with me and we pick this one at the show. Make it fair. Anyway, it is what it is. I'll win.
You know, I'm not sure this is allowed, but as of the making of this video, we don't know who the other 2 teams are in the Eve Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship. So I've got to go with one of those teams, man. Like, I just think it's going to be one of them. I don't know if this is allowed, man. Let me know, AJ.
If it was based on the teams that I know, I'm going for French art. Sadly, there are 2 teams out there which I can't name. One, I believe, maybe a bit inspirational, but without knowing, you don't know. But look, we're going to be in the house on the day, and I think we can pick between us on there, because right now I'm going for a mystery team. But myself, Big Tone, and Den the Tech will all be in the house. Once I see the entries, I will be able to reveal who I believe is the winner. But as it stands right now, I'm going for mystery team 1 or 2. 2 awesome teams there, Chantel Jordan and Alice Inc. and also French art are they are very powerful. Great debuts on Eve, but I'm going for a mystery team on this one. Right. I'm actually happy that this is the way it's went. Fun fact, I record my videos. I never, ever watch anyone's predictions before I do my recordings, even if their recordings have been... Look, my recordings are done independently, is what I'm trying to say. So whether they've done it and submitted it, or I've done mine way before everyone, I never check a video. I watch them as it goes into editing, right? And even at times, I will put it into the editing suite, play the video, and then I'm surprised as you all are. That's how we play the game here. So on this, we have all agreed that we have a potential outcome of there. Tone and myself have gone a bit braver than Den and said mystery. So I'll open it up on this one, guys. It sticks as TBC. We may go for the team that's there. Chantel Jordan and Alice Inc. is a very good shout because I saw a promo of Chantel talking about coming back to Eve. She's ready. She's ready. French Art, I've seen them. I don't like to call other promotions. I've seen one half of French Art at Rev. Oof. But yeah, here we go. TBC. That's where it stands. You'll know by the time I do the summary, this will be part of it. Now you've got to tune in to find out which way we voted. Okay, guys, it's now time for the main event, which she's the leader of the pack, the current Eve heavyweight champion, Rio, someone I have nothing but respect and love for. She may not be loved by the Eve fans. There's a man by the name of Mikey. I know he definitely doesn't have any love for Rio. More for you. But nothing but love to you at the same time, Mikey. Taking on the session moth, Martina. If you follow the story, Martina's had a few losses, but her victories have started to rack up. Can she get one more victory and climb to the top of the mountain that is Eve and hold the gold and become the new Eve's heavyweight champion? There's only one way to find out. And there's two ways. Either being at the Indigo 02 or watching it online. Sly third, you watch our results show, but two ways that you really should be watching. Anyway, how did the guys vote? Let's have a look for this main event.
And now we have the big one. Now, on any other given night, I would just hands down pick Rio pretty easily because, again, she is definitely one of the best. Yeah, top 5 in the UK, and she ain't number 5. Like when it comes to women's wrestling. But Session Moth Martina is hugely over, man. And at the same time, I seen the older just come up and just make a entire impassioned speech about how over Session Moth Martina is a couple of months ago at one of the Eve Live events. So she's got this title shot now. I think the machine is behind her, Oh, she might get her ass kicked, and it might be one of those, sad stories that just makes you think, oh, damn. But now I'm going to go Session Moth Martina to win and be your new Eve.
So this one looks, I believe it's all written in the cards. This finishing the story, this one's there. I've been following this story for a while on Eve. And I saw when Session Moth didn't believe she could catch a win to becoming the She Won winner to now being at the main event of Wrestle Queendom. It spells it out, doesn't it? This would be the biggest heartbreak if it doesn't happen. So your winner and new Eve women's champion or heavyweight champion, it's party time. And she's already holding another title at the moment as well. So hey, it's looking pretty good for Session Moth. Yep, Session Moth Martina, your new Eve's heavyweight champion.
Session Moth is here for a good time, party. Rio is there for a bad time. Rio gonna beat up Session Moth. I'm gonna pick Rio to win because Rio. I love party with Session. I love when she goes all crazy. But you got your title. Plus, actually, in Eve, you're more serious. You're trying to show that you can keep doing this. But yeah, I've got to pick Rio because people are watching. Yeah, Rio is winning this one. Nice and simple. Done. Imagine she cost me a point last time. You know what? I'm going to stick with it. Rio is winning.
Den is not wrong. You can't bet against the leader of the pack. Right? Rio for life. You've heard it. Top 5, and she's not number 5 is what Big Tone said. It feels ridiculous. To go down that route. Now, I said it, guys. I think this is Session Moth's time. Hey, how do you say it? If you want to celebrate International Women's Day, celebrate. And how else do you do that than have the moth holding gold or just beer all over the place, title all over the place, shoes shining left and right. Yeah, that's the way I see it. And I do believe, if I call it, that with Rio falling, her next foil is Alexis Falcon. That's what I was holding for a bit later on. Who wins that? That's a different conversation. But that's what I see happening. It's weird, isn't it? The 16, the survival 16. So I'm trying to get the correct name. For that one, we were the sudden death 16. We were all good. We were all good to vote without knowing everyone there. Tag match, we're like, whoa, we need more names. It just goes to show who we believe in and how much we believe in them when we do believe in them. Not to say we don't believe in those tag teams that are currently there, but I fear that Eve has some stuff up their sleeve. I'm not sure. Maybe the teams were announced. Don't know the full in and out. But anyway, guys, weird that there's a 3-man prediction show that's coming up to nearly an hour or 45 minutes. But more to the fact, it's an amazing show, an amazing feat for Eve. I'm so happy. I keep putting it out there. I am so happy for these guys. The other two boys join us on this celebration, join me on this celebration that we are all in. We are all in. We are so happy for this company that we've followed, and we're late to the party. Right? We're not saying, hey, since the ministry, no, it's none of that. But we are late to the party. But seeing the growth that's happened even since we've been following has been absolutely amazing, guys. Congratulations. With everything in us, I say you guys truly deserve this. Next time it will go from Indigo's O2 to the O2. I can see it now. Like, this company is just growing and growing and growing, and they deserve every ounce of it. Great people behind the scenes, great team. There's such a buzz that happens when you're at an Eve show, and I'm happy to see it. I just want to put that out there. So, guys, you know how it goes, whether I'm in this one, the reverse being white and black, the red and black, I haven't decided. The hoodie will definitely be there. Just do me a favor, throw it up. Let us know that you've seen a video. Let us know that you're down with what we do. We appreciate it. And if you're not down with that, anyway, that's not the time or the place for that. But what I will say is thank you all for tuning in. If you have enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Do comment below. Love to hear your predictions, guys. Ring the notification bell so you know every time the ministry, whether it be 3, 5, or one of us talking, you can tune in. But until the next time, I am the one AJ. This is all about Eve Wrestle Queendom 8. We appreciate you for watching it. We hope you watch the show. Have a good one, guys. Happy International Day. Happy International Women's Day. We are out. See ya.